In today's video, I'm going to be showing you everything you need to know about structural integrity in 7 Days to Die as quickly as I physically can. Far too many of the tutorials on here take half an hour to explain something that can be done in 5 minutes, so that's going to be my goal for today's video. Before we get started, I'd just like to mention that we're trying to get to 200 subscribers before the end of April. Join the community and help out for more content just like this, but with that out of the way, let's get straight into this guide. First thing I'm going to come in here and mention is that every single block has its own statistics which are relevant to structural integrity. I have categorized them into 4 main groups and I'm going to explain those as we go. So, the first group we have here is weak. Now, an important thing to note is that every variant of wood has the exact same structural integrity. But what does that mean? Well, every block in the game, as far as I'm aware anyway, has 3 relevant statistics for structural integrity. You have mass, horizontal support, and vertical support. Mass is essentially how heavy the block is. The horizontal support is how much mass one side of a block can hold. Vertical support is simply a Boolean value. If it can hold things on top of it, it has yes. And if it does have vertical support, it goes up infinitely. So you can build from here all the way up to the skybox on just wooden frames if you want. Now, as I said, wooden frames, wooden blocks, and reinforced wooden blocks are exactly the same for structural integrity. It's just health that's the difference. So, how do you figure out how much weight something can hold? Well, if we go back to this, you can see that it has a horizontal support of 40 and it has a mass of 5. So, if we're working exclusively wooden blocks, one side of a wooden frame block can hold 8 of these wooden frame blocks. So here I have a pre-made modern art sculpture, and as you can see, the weight is distributed independently on each side. So it doesn't matter how much weight is on this side or on this side, they are all completely independent. Now each of these has 8 blocks on them, unless I've miscounted, so if we add a 9th, it should just break. And you can see that when you destabilize your structures, it basically just breaks back to the point of origin, the supporting block. It does it fairly consistently. So that's all the weak blocks. Now, this tutorial isn't going to cover every single block in the game, obviously, but this should equip you with the skills to understand how any of the blocks we don't cover work in this situation. So here we come on to strong blocks. Strong blocks are rebar frames, all the variants of concrete. This was supposed to be normal concrete, but I used the wrong block. This is flagstone and cobblestone. All of these have the exact same mass and horizontal support, and they all have vertical support. They have a mass of 10, but a horizontal support of 120. That means that each face of this block can hold 12 of the same type of block. And if we hover away over here, where did I leave it? Here we are. This is the rebar frames variant. I probably should have used something else because this is kind of hard to look at. But you can see that it can hold 12 before it breaks, and if we add another one, it breaks. And as you can see, by the way, it doesn't matter where this weight is distributed. If it's being held up by one piece, it will break. Now, I've obviously just miscounted this one. If we add another one, it'll break. There we go. Again, and I can't stress this enough, any configuration, if it is held on by one block with one vertical support, it will break if it doesn't get more support after its weight limit. So let's go back to the testing grounds. Here we have the strong blocks, as I've called them. This includes the iron frame, the iron block, the reinforced iron block, and I'm going to be honest, I've never used iron blocks in survival, but I thought I'd include them. But the one that's most important here is the reinforced steel block. These boys can hold a lot. So, they have a mass of 20 and a horizontal support of 300. That means it can hold 15 of itself. So, if we go up to this fantastic piece of art here, you can see the strong blocks, as I've called them. You can see it can really hold a lot of weight. So there's one more important section we should come over to, and that is terrain. There are 3 main designations of terrain. There is what I'm calling sand. Now this is the actual gravel block, but it also includes the sand block. Gravel has a mass of 10 but only has a horizontal support of 4. That means that sand literally cannot even hold itself, and if you've ever had a mine collapse, it was probably because of this block. Next up we have dirt. Dirt includes absolutely anything that you would find on the surface. This includes bird forest ground and just plain old dirt. They all have a structural integrity of 10 mass and 20 horizontal support, meaning it can hold 2 of itself before it starts to break. Next we have rock. Now rock I've split again into 2 sections. We have strong and very strong. Let's cover strong first. This top layer here is stone. This middle layer here is oil shale, this is potassium nitrate, and this is coal. These are all the exact same structural integrity as the strong blocks I showed you over here, so the concrete and the cobblestone. And then we have very strong. Very strong is comprised of lead and iron. They are exactly the same as the very strong blocks I showed you over here. They have 20 mass and 300 structural support. Just always remember, check the mass, check the horizontal support, and make sure that vertical support is yes. If it's no, you can't build on it. Hopefully that was really quick. You guys should be able to see a timer on the screen if I did it really quickly. If you enjoyed today's video and want to see more tutorials like this, consider subscribing. Again, we're trying to hit 200 subscribers by the end of April. But with that guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.